This time on Flipping Bangers, a prestige car that's not going places.
We need to go and lift the bonnet up somewhere.
Yeah.
Let it have a little cool down.
Once we step in.
Took us hours to get here, hours to buy it, moments to almost wreck it.
And we're getting overheated.
But the elephant in the room, there she is.
How can we make a profit from this mountain of trouble?
It's full of tomato soup.
I'm Gus Gregory and he's Will Trickett. Together we're risking everything to follow a dream.
It's something I've wanted to do for a long, long time.
We've packed in our day jobs.
And invested our own hard-earned cash.
We will do whatever it takes. As we try to make a living in the cutthroat world of second-hand cars.
It's all in the chase. You've got to buy well, you've got to sell well.
Why would anybody buy this car?
We've got a goal.
We want to double our money. If we put 500 quid in, we need to see £1,000 back. We're targeting the very bottom of the market.
We buy cars that no one else wants.
Can we make it flipping bangers? Or is this a gamble we cannot win?
It needs so much work doing to it.
We've invested 10 grand in our new car trading venture. That's to pay for cars.
Isn't it great?
I know, I've never actually had a proper, clean workshop.
No, this is really exciting.
And so much stuff.
I've got my favourite tools in here, my favourite spanners.
But if we're to cover the rent on our lovely workshop and pay ourselves wages, the goal is to double our return on every pound we put in. If we can't make money, we lose. So far, the lights are still on, but we've got to keep the cash coming in. This isn't a game.
Basically, we've given up a salary, a monthly salary, and replaced it with, well, possibly no salary at all.
It's time to get a new motor into the workshop.
I've been thinking, you know what we need is a Mercedes-Benz, don't we?
Oh, yeah, something nice and refined.
I was thinking E-Class or 190E. Pocket-sized E-Class.
They were clever little cars. They were well built.
A good one will fetch 2,000 to 3,000.
Yeah.
And one with little bits and pieces to do on it would cost 1,000, maybe even less if we were clever.
That sounds perfect. Yeah, that does.
The cheapest driving 190 in the country is in Suffolk. It's on the market for only £550, which seems like a typing error. There's a catch. The car has a blown head gasket, so it overheats and the engine might be damaged. Perfect. The owner, Lee, isn't available, but his employee, Robert, is.
Bruised apple brown escorts. That's gorgeous.
You're not Robert, are you?
Yes.
Hello, Robert. I'm Gus. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi there, Robert. I'm Will. Good day to you.
And you?
This is very beautiful, isn't it?
Isn't that
Is it
a lovely
yours?
car?
Is it yours?
Yep.
Mark II Escort. Fantastic. How long have you had this?
About 2 years. I wouldn't be selling that.
No, it's beautiful.
No. Well, to be honest, don't blame you.
That's ours,
our
is it?
car.
That's the one you come to see, yeah.
It's fabulous.
At the super low price, the Merc looks too good. We need to be careful.
It looks great, and it's got special Dubai spec gold trim.
Isn't that cool? That is super cool, mate. Aerial's missing.
It does look low. I'd have to say it looks low.
Yeah. Aerial's in bits and in the boot rather than sticking out of the rear corner where it should be. But the bodywork looks really nice, Gus. Tiny bit of superficial rust down here, nothing too major. The outward appearance of the car is
It's
good.
great. What is the story of the car then?
Boss bought the car as a non-runner, and then threw lots of money at it, got it MOT'd. Then it overheated. He said, enough's enough, time to get rid of it, so...
Instantly, it looks great in here. It's a bit stained. The armrest is still down. Road captain stance to it. I love it. And he's clearly smoked because the ashtrays had seen better days.
You're going to make the bonnet come up, Gus?
Under here is where we find out whether we've got a bargain or a joke.
What's the mileage on this car then, Rob?
That's 115,000.
But these things will do an intergalactic mileage. It's all there, isn't it?
You can see it's gotten hot though, can't you? Because there's quite a lot of quite rusty coolant over the engine bay, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, what sort of telltale signs are there? Is there any oil in the water?
There's certainly no water in the water.
Well, that's a good start. Well, there's definitely water in the oil, so there could be something going on there. It's a bit of oil and water mix. So yes, head gasket is highly likely.
The danger for us is whether the car has other issues beyond a blown head gasket.
It did cross my mind, seeing as you run a garage, why you're not fixing it yourself, actually.
Well, it's my boss's car and he's bought it and spent a lot of money on it, and he's got 10 cars of his own as well.
Oh, OK.
So
He doesn't have enough love to go around for all of these cars, Ender.
he just wants to get shot of it now.
Is it all right if we take it for a run?
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll top up the radiator with water. When that lot starts steaming, we'll know it's time to stop, or we might damage the engine even more.
Uber Autobahn mode, isn't it? This is barnstorming mode. It's been lowered within an inch of its life.
Yeah, it's definitely not an off-roader. It is a road car.
The temperature is creeping up.
I reckon we've got a short time to put the Merc through its paces before we start seeing steam. And in a couple of minutes, we start loving the luxury touches.
The dash is beautiful, and it's got, and this is way ahead of the game, it's got separate controls for climate, your side and my side.
Yeah, that's very, very posh. That's his and hers.
It's got a sauna mode as well, so the engine overheats and you have to have the heating on full blast to compensate.
It does seem to be emanating sort of steam into the cabin now.
Put that on.
We're creeping, we're still on a sort of safe level on the gauge. So bottom line is, I think we might be able to see 1,500 quid out of this car.
Yeah, if we could just get it running and clean
If
it
we
up.
can fix it.
Yeah.
So if we can get the car for what you reckon?
Well, I reckon 400
400
quid.
quid?
Wouldn't we?
Well, I think we'd try it. Let's try it. Let's try and get it for 4.
Can I just point out, it is very hot in here now.
Yeah, we need to stop this car. We need to go and lift the bonnet up somewhere.
Yeah.
Let it have a little cool down.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's very low, isn't it?
that is, yeah. We've been getting some looks whilst out in this car. Steam emanating from underneath the bonnet is my first sort of bargaining tip, I think, apart from the colour and the fact it's a bit too low.
Have you had a lot of people come and look at this car?
A couple.
Have you?
Have any of them bought it?
Well,
Why didn't
they didn't buy it.
No, they didn't.
I know that you wanted 550 for it, but we were thinking that maybe this car would possibly be worth more like £400 because it's got a fundamental problem still, hasn't it?
550s.
How about 410?
550.
Robert is driving a hard bargain, and it's not even his car.
I'm quite happy to pay 550 for it.
Hold on, don't get too carried away. Surely we might be able to squeeze you a little bit on the price.
550 is what I want.
You're a man of steel when it comes to doing a deal, aren't you?
Robert won't budge, but the 190 is still worth a punt. There's only one thing for it.
I think
Is this a deal?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We'll have it. Thank you very much.
This is now our car.
Low rider.
Cheers, mate. Well, hey!
The 190 is road legal, but we're not driving it the 200 miles or so home. The first issue is that it's too low to go on the trailer.
I reckon, Gus, we might give that a go.
Rule 1, never listen to Will. That one is down to Trickett.
Is there any bits left? Is there any bits left on the trailer?
There don't seem to be any pools of oil growing. It just made that horrible, horrible crunching noise.
It's only a scuff, but this car really doesn't need any more issues.
Took us hours to get here, hours to buy it, moments to almost wreck it.
That's great, isn't it?
But soon our overheating beauty is safely secured and we're ready for the hike back home. It's the perfect time to express fears and doubts.
The head gasket's blown for a reason.
Hopefully we'll just find that the head gasket blown is very, very simple. But if it is just a blown head gasket, then happy days.
And it'll be really rewarding to get that running properly again, won't it?
It will.
Yeah.
To fix that engine would be great.
Yeah, and if we fix that engine, the car's worth a substantial amount more money than we bought it for.
Exactly. Fancy a cup of tea then?
Definitely do. Let's
Services?
go in. Yeah, definitely.
Here we go.
Back at our rented workshop, we get to look over our new toy.
It just looks so cool, that low, doesn't it?
This is a groovy looking
And I
car.
think in that burgundy, I think it looks great.
Yeah, it was definitely something which must have been very, very popular at the time.
But the elephant in the room, there she is.
This, yeah. We know we've got a blown head gaskets.
We do.
And we just need to decide, do we take out this engine and replace it for one that we know is good?
Too expensive. Too expensive. Looked on the internet.
So that leaves us with a repair in situ.
Yes. I think if you take the overall condition of this car is really sound, and they've spent a lot of money on this engine, haven't they? The bits they've put on it. And surely, for the price we bought it for, we could sell it for 1,500 quid.
Yeah, I think so. This should be a viable project.
I do pictures for our internet auction ad, describing a perfect running car. It's going up this afternoon and will run for a week. So when the 190's finished, we can sell it straight away. I'm just setting up our online ad for our beautiful Mercedes 190e. And I think I will put a starting price of £1,200, seems fair. And I will put a reserve of, I had thought, £1,750, which also seems fair. And a buy it now price, tell me if you think this is cheeky, for £2,450, which I think, seeing as you can get 2 sets of golf clubs in the back, is a perfectly reasonable price.
Oh, God.
It's time for the 190 to come inside our mechanical operating theatre.
Is that in the middle?
No, oh, no, not quite. I think it's mainly over your side. Try hard.
And right away,
Hey, up she goes.
Yeah, up she goes, apart from...
there's an oops.
Not going to, is it?
No. How much is
Yours the same?
Yeah, exactly the same.
There's a simple solution to this. Jack the Merc up. And then locate the runners. I don't think the lift manufacturers expected a car as low as the Mercedes, but frankly, who would? We need to have a look under the car. We know the engine is troublesome, but if it's rusty as well, it'll cast the project in a completely different, possibly quite dangerous light.
Oh, somebody's done the whole underside of the car.
Oh, yeah.
It's been wax oiled.
It's got some proper scuffs on it. Yeah, I think this was our scuff. Here, Gus, this one.
Yeah, I think that was our scuff.
Yeah, that one's our scuff. Oh, both sides of it. But good news here, standard shockers and custom springs.
Yeah. But that's great that it's got all new brake pipes and that, isn't it? I mean, somebody's given it a bit of love, haven't they?
New brake pipes at the front. What, flexibles?
Both sides, yeah.
Same on the back as well, Gus. Do you know what, Gus? For once, it doesn't look like we've been sold a pup.
We can't say for sure until we've sorted out the engine, so let's get to that.
You can open the Mercedes bonnet to a 90-degree workshop position, but we remove it because the engine might have to come out later. In preparation for taking the head off this engine, I need to drain the fluids out, amongst other things. Now, it has got a groovy little tap on the other side, but that tap is microscopic, so I'm going to do what we all normally do, take the bottom hose off. To know if the head gasket is blown, we need to get to the head. Remove it, have a look, simple as.
I'm going to take the air filter and box out of the way.
Ooh, nice new shiny air filter.
We're going to have to work together to strip the engine down.
It looks like I got the high-risk snappy-off exhaust manifold side.
It's exactly what you deserve.
Cheers.
Actually, shall I tell you what I feel when I look at an engine like this, when you first look at it, I find them daunting, and then when you start taking them apart, they start becoming engines, don't they?
Yeah.
But specific to each manufacturer. I mean, I think this is really clever, that they print the firing number on here,
Yeah.
so you know how it fires, and they print the numbers on the distributor so you can see which way round it goes. So even if you just whipped all those off, and then thought, oh, I didn't mark them, it doesn't matter because you can just put them back on. And it even tells you how to how to stack them in here, in this sort of cover in here.
Which is good, because you've just pulled it straight off.
It's good, exactly that. But it wouldn't really matter, would it? But it's neat, isn't it?
It is neat, and
Yeah.
you know, that's probably why these cars have stood the test of time.
Let's see if the typical German efficiency and build quality makes our life easier. Either way, Will must deal with the oily, dirty stuff.
It's always the same with exhaust manifold bolts, isn't it? Or studs. They're always slightly rusty. They're always very difficult to get to.
While Will struggles with the rusty bolts, my carb side comes apart okay. But as soon as the inlet valves are exposed, I see something I don't like.
Oh.
Is it number 4 that looks a bit iffy?
Well, no, you come and look. It's really interesting. Where's that light gone?
Because I'm looking inside the manifold on number 4 and there's
No,
milky oil.
Come and look, come and look, come and look.
Yes.
That one's actually just oil. But look, what's going on in there?
That's our one that's blown. Yeah.
It's just been cleaned out with water. Is that what you think?
Well, I think that valve is not closing properly, and a lot of that schmoo, which should be staying on that side or going out that side of the engine, is getting fired back up the inlet manifold.
And I'm sure into the exhaust.
So there's trouble ahead, and we've passed the point of no return. And to make things worse, I've got a manifold bolt that won't play ball. A gentle bit of persuasion. Now, this does look dramatic. I can assure you it is. And now let's try that with the spanner. Really, I just want to be able to hit this with a hammer and get it undone easily, but it's not playing the game. It's been really, really, really difficult.
You sure I can't give you a hand?
Oh, it's actually come undone.
Oh,
Can you believe it? It's actually coming undone. Oh, right, that is it. That is the one that's been such a pain in the blooming neck. In 2 hours, we get to the top of the engine, the cover. Yes, that's got it. Right, OK, here we go. Are you ready? Ooh, oh, look at that.
For the record, a head should be nice and clean, so this really isn't good.
Gooey.
There's a lot of water in there, isn't there?
Yeah, that's been blown for a long time. There's a fair amount of rust in here as well. Look at the rust on here and on the bolts and on this tube.
I think it was probably sitting around, wasn't it, before this latest round of trying to get it going properly.
Yeah, it looks that way. That looks nasty.
So we've encountered trouble. What can we do?
Shall we call it a day then?
Yes, I'm knackered.
If the gasket has blown, the big no-no is damage on the head itself, which requires an extensive strip of the top of the engine. We've come so far today, that little job, and whatever it might reveal, can wait until tomorrow. We are tackling a Mercedes 190, which we bought knowing it had a fairly serious head gasket issue, which may in turn cause more engine trouble. But we did it because if we can fix this true banger, we stand a fighting chance of doubling our money, which is the golden target.
So in order to take this head off, we've got to remove the cam chain. The cam chain is in a guide. The guide has 2 steel pins going through it, and these have been pressed into the head, and we need to extract those. They're not screwed in, so we can't just unscrew them. They've got to be pulled out, for which you need a special puller that we don't have. When you don't have something, you can always improvise. Just going to cut a bit of the end of this box section off to make my tool. The tool basically needs to be a strong mount through which I can drive a thread. So I cut up some box section and weld them together. So that's the bit I just chopped off. That's going to go on top of my horseshoe here, and I'm going to weld down either side, so I've got a reinforced section at the top. As making a tool goes, this is fairly hardcore, so safety first. Before the welder can be used, I make an electrical connection. Go. Lovely. At this stage, it's always tempting to cool it down in water, but if you do that, that actually hardens the surface of the material, which makes it difficult to drill and also makes it difficult to file off all the sharp edges. And I then drill into the cooling metal. Job's done. Put my bolt through the bridge into the pin that we want to extract and screw it in all the way. And using a 10mm spanner, we can now start turning that nut. That should draw the bolt out, thus drawing out the pin. There we go, that's that pin out, and we're now one step closer to getting this head off. But I'm not there yet. I need to do another few passes to remove the remaining pins. I really hope that during my clever and hard work that Gus is okay. Gus?
Yes?
Those two stubborn little pins are now out of the engine and in my hand.
Oh, that's great news. Well done.
Yeah.
So
there
we
you
can
go.
get on with getting this off, shall we?
Yes, yeah,
Shall I
let's.
crack those nuts off the top?
You could do. And while Gus cracks his nuts, I get to work on loosening the head.
A head strip and removal from a garage would probably run to about £500, around half the price of removing the whole engine. We have to remove the timing chain now, marking the top dead centre position so that the pistons and valves align when we put it back together. A little tap with a centre punch will suffice as reference mark.
Right, so this out, and then a tap or a wiggle.
Yeah, mind my fingers?
You got it?
Yeah. Oh, that's coming nicely. Lovely. Okay.
At last, the head is ready to be lifted, and we get to find out what we've bought.
Yeah.
It's not a pretty sight.
What's that snagging on?
That's on that chain.
It's full of tomato soup.
This soup is rusty water, and rusty water is bad news for the engine.
It's on the bench.
We just need to tether the chain so it doesn't slip.
So this is the gasket, and you can instantly see here there's a lot of rust in the water. And on the head here, you can see large deposits of rust in the water jacket. Now, the water jacket is what allows the water to flow around the engine and cool it. And these deposits of iron in here have come up from the block, the cast iron block. And it's because there's been no inhibitor or antifreeze used in the water. Now, you can see this combustion chamber as clearly a different colour to all the others, and this is where our problem is. And if you look, you'll be able to see clearly the water has gotten from the water jacket into the combustion chamber, thus putting water into the engine. You can clearly see here where there's a channel between the water jacket, which is this bit that's rusty here, through into the combustion chamber. So that's where the head gasket's blown. But what we don't know is if this is retrievable or not. So this is potentially catastrophic for this head.
If the head can't be machined flat enough to stay watertight, it's a new head, plus machining costs, or a new block, or even a new engine. We're hoping the skim will work, but before we can do that, we need to strip it further. The important thing here is to work in a clean environment, and every item must be ordered carefully. A company around the corner offers to skim the head for just £35. But they are machinists, not magicians. Is it even worth skimming at all?
Oh, hello. Oh, I'm Gus.
Hello, mate.
That is our Mercedes head. And I think, well, I mean, I don't know much about it, but that looks
Had a
to
bit
me...
of water in there, mate. Yeah, head
Yeah.
gasket gone, didn't you?
Yeah. At what stage will we know whether this is scrap, whether you can actually get past that?
As soon as that's pressure tested, we will know.
OK.
Because there's no more money to be spent on it after that.
Yeah.
Zach, could you take that and pressure test it, please? Yeah. And let me know if it's OK or not, then we can proceed with other procedures.
OK.
Usually, heads are pressure and vacuum tested. Pressure is fed through each valve, and if it remains constant, it can handle daily operation. Amazingly, ours passes, so Zach removes the valves and springs, and then goes to the CNC machine to have a tiny amount of metal removed off the top surface. You can only skim ahead once or twice. After that, the metal's too thin. We gambled our engine could be fixed, and if there are no other issues, we might just have got away with it. Back at base, even though Will normally runs from the word cleaning, he is digging in and getting the rest of the Mercedes 190 engine into a more presentable condition. There's a shocking amount of dirt and fluid to pump out.
All the water is now out of the block, and I can wipe the surface clean and start scraping the top of the block nice and clean. The engine block is made from solid iron, so I can be a bit rougher with it than I can with the head, which is made from softer aluminium. I scrape the rust and build up away from the engine face and also the pistons. Then I use the air line to blow away the debris. Right, one last wipe off, and that is a done job.
Hiya.
Hello, Gus.
I think it's better news than we thought on this head. They've vacuum tested it
Yeah.
so that we know all the valves fit perfectly and seal.
Okay.
They pressure tested it so that we know that it's not leaking.
Lovely.
And they've skimmed out our little nick in here. So
Oh, brilliant.
with a new set of gaskets and a clean block.
Oh, yes, we're ready to go. I'm poised and ready for action, Gus.
All right, I'll put this back together.
I'm putting the cam and rockers back in the head before I can put it onto the car. It's a really pleasing job.
When putting your head gasket on, or handling your head gasket in any way, shape or form, just be super, super careful, because if you bend them or kink them, they're stuffed and it'll blow straight away.
It's going to be an awkward threadle, this, isn't it?
It is. Oh, it's all prepared and ready, though. I should be able to reach through this hole. Coming through.
Yeah. Back a bit.
Yeah.
The newly skimmed head fits perfectly over the cleaned up block.
That's got it. That's it.
Now we're on.
Here's the deal. If we can get the engine to work and run, our spend will have been minimal and the car will instantly be worth £1,500. We'll have easily doubled our money. It's a fantastic motivator.
Hey! Excellent. Excellent. I know I shouldn't be so excited, but
I know what you mean.
that went on exactly as it was supposed to.
We're so wrapped up in the race to rebuild the engine, we even forget to take a tea break. On a slightly more ominous note, the Mercedes has no bids yet, and we're well into the job. We're down to the last few items before we can turn the key.
Now, I'm just about to put some coolant in here because coolant is a corrosion and rust inhibitor. Now, it didn't have any in before, which is probably what caused the problem with the engine in the first place. It just had water. So we need the right amount of this stuff. The engine consumes enough coolant for the entire system. Over 5 litres.
Come on, you done?
I am done.
I'll turn it over, see if it starts.
Go on, then.
Oh, it's right on the other side. Hang on.
Yeah, of course it would be. I think we've done everything.
Ready?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, there's life in the battery.
Well, that's a good sign.
Hang on. Hey!
Please tune that.
That's all right, isn't it?
Sounds nice and quiet. Yeah, that's great. It works.
It does work, yeah.
We've taken the bits. All of those thousands of trillions of bits have come out and gone back in. And it doesn't appear to be squirting oil out or water out anywhere yet.
We've stripped, skimmed, cleaned and reinstalled the head. One bonnet back on and we down tools. The day is over. It feels like we're winning.
We've got a new business, trading in cars that nobody should touch with a barge pole. Our Mercedes 190e, which we've spent under 600 quid on so far, needs some new springs, so it's fallen on me to locate them. I've found a friendly breaker in Wokingham. Ah, hello there, you Russell?
Yeah, that's me. How are you doing?
Oh, hi there.
Hiya.
I'm Will. Good day to you.
Are you going well? Yep.
Russell stocks a broad range of old cars, many Mercedes, but our old 190 could be classed a vintage car. Russell hasn't got one himself, but has sourced the parts from within his network. I see. Oh, that's excellent. What have we got here then?
We've got your springs here.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
God, there's a hell of a weight in those, isn't there?
Yeah.
These four in great nick are 50 quid the set, around a third of the retail price. Yeah, these bits are difficult to find, aren't they?
They really are. Yeah, the older stuff now is coming incredibly hard to find. People are trying to keep these old things on the road. A lot of them are scrapped now.
Yeah, I'm really, really pleased. Right, now where is the office?
Just over here.
Our auction has 2 days to run, and I've reduced the asking price by £350 to offset a distinct lack of interest. Walking past an open laptop is a bit like walking past an open packet of biscuits. When you've got a car up for auction, 23 watches, which is very good, but no bids. And there's something about being halfway through a car, you've invested all this money, all this time in it, and nobody's put a bid on it. So there's no tangible hope that it's going to be sold. I mean, having 23 people watching it is one thing, but having actually no bids, it doesn't fill you with a great deal of joy, I have to say. Maybe ditching the lowrider looks will help. Once the wheels are off, we can have a look at the old springs and work out how to install the new ones. I can see that the damper here hasn't been off, and that the damper actually is in quite good condition. There's no oil seeping anywhere, so that's good news. So that hasn't been off, and I can see that this pinch bolt down here, which holds the bottom wishbone on, has been off. So they've clearly undone that, dropped the wishbone down and taken the spring out. We use a compressor to compress the old spring. And once the lower wishbone is disconnected and prized out of the way, it can be removed. So this is our spring off, and now it's off, and just decompress it and take it out, and you can see how they've lowered the car. They've done it by chopping down the original springs. You can see that it's been cut off there, and not actually very long ago by the looks of things. If you can see on here, these springs have a flat top to them, which fits in a cup, which goes onto the car. But when they've cut the spring off, they've cut the flat top end off, so it's got no way of locating properly into the car. Not the way it should be done. So it's now doing everything in reverse order. I tie the spring to protect myself and then compress it, and then we'll see if it goes back in. Well,
yes?
can I utilise your unique Wanger bar skills?
I knew you were going to ask me that, so I'm already prepared. I know exactly what you need. You need that in there.
And that's down there.
And that there. Right, am I completely out of your way? I don't know if I can get them. Put chase on.
Yeah, that's it,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
it, that's it.
OK, can I take the pressure off?
Slightly. It's going in at the top. First, I've just got to take the tension off of the spring, which is really scary because there's a lot of power stored in that spring at the moment. There is some satisfaction in the money we're saving by doing things ourselves. A suspension swap at a garage would be around £500. The 3 other corners take us 3 hours. The finishing touch before the wheels return is a bit of copper slip, which is a high-temperature grease that stops corrosion.
OK then, Gus, are you ready to see what we have done?
Yeah, let her down. You think if it all goes wrong, we could put really big 4x4 tyres on it and create some sort of 4x4 monster Mercedes?
I think we might need to.
I think it's going to be very high.
Yeah.
We started with a gangster chic lowrider Mercedes, and now we have a car fit for a circus. Wonderful.
Going. It's not going to go any further, is it? If I roll it backwards and forwards, that should settle a bit.
I don't think it's going to settle at all, is it? No.
Is that settling?
Oh, yeah, no, that's much better. No,
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to need some bigger tyres, Gus.
Yeah. Yeah, 1575s. Yeah, 1575 should be all right, I think.
Our last day in the workshop for the Mercedes 190, and it's going to be a frantic one. That's because we have to finish everything, and there's still plenty to be done.
Hey, Gus.
Look, I've got you a cup of coffee, and I've got a surprise for you. I got in early.
I can tell this is highly unusual.
Okay, stay there. Don't move. Stay there. I'm going to open the shutters. Okay. Just stay there. Stay there and watch. And
I'm nervous, Gus.
No, keep your eyes closed. No peeking, no peeking, no peeking, no peeking. Okay, now you can look.
Oh! Whoa, look at that. That looks brilliant, Gus.
Yeah.
Super duper.
It looks so much better, doesn't it?
It's filled up the arches perfectly.
It's got a good spring to it.
Oh, straight to the side of the class with that one, Gus. You've done very well.
Thank you very much.
I'm very impressed, and I'm very happy because the last ones looked like rubbish.
Yeah.
4 period correct tyres for just 200 quid. However, with 2 massive mechanical jobs to tackle, we've almost forgotten there are other jobs on the interior too.
I always think the first thing you notice when you're buying a car, you open the door, you look inside, and your eye goes straight to the bad bit. And there's a stain across here. Not sure what it is, not sure if I want to touch it actually, but it'll make the world of difference to the car. I'll do that, I'll hoover it out, clean it right up, and it'll look amazing in here.
So while I treat the Merc to a much-needed lick of soap and a shampoo, and a vacuum clean, Will goes to get a new radio.
If our car was a £5 minter, the smart thing to do would be install a period working cassette deck. But for us, a radio that looks kind of retro, that simply works, is best. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi there. I was wondering if you could help me. I need something much better than this and a lot newer with Bluetooth stuff.
Yeah, I can definitely help with that vintage piece.
Yeah.
OK, now I've got something in mind. You want to have a look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, give it a second.
All right. Oh, that looks quite
Pioneer
flash,
radio.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get inside that and have a good old look.
It's got Bluetooth on it, so you can make phone calls through the unit,
Yes.
music streaming, USB to charge a phone, and an aux in.
Oh, that sounds perfect. That sounds absolutely perfect. We don't need anything too flash, you see. Oh, matching all the way through. Oh, brilliant. It doesn't look too flash either, because I was worried that it was all going to be lights and everything like that, but yeah, that looks just the job.
Vintage looking, similar to this unit.
Yeah. Will we be needing a particular aerial for this?
Yes. Yeah, is it on the wing, is it?
It is, rear wing, and it's
Yeah.
on quite a steep angle.
Oh, I might have something for you. I'll
Right,
grab one.
Let's
Hold
have a look at that as well, then.
on. Right, one aerial.
Let's have a look at the important bits.
The rubber bung, that's the mounting point for the rear wing.
Yeah,
Make
that's
sure
the
it's
right angle, yeah.
That goes through it.
OK, perfect.
In the box,
That mounts in there.
it's got all the leads in there.
So how much for the whole lot, then?
Total bill, £145, all in.
Absolute deal. That's exactly what we were
Sorry.
hoping you would say. Brilliant. Thank you very much.
No problem at all.
All I need to do now is go back and fit it.
This is our ashtray from my beautiful Mercedes. And when we first got into the car, when we bought it, it was hanging down and flapping around. And I wanted to fix it. I was cleaning the carpets and I found that actually the original bits were still in the car. I've put the one in there, and this one just slots into this side here.
Which is all good news, because amongst breakers, replacement ashtrays are rare and cost £50.
It's almost the end of the day. I am short of time. I've got to fit my new stereo, this one. Very pleased with it, chuffed to bits. I've got all this junk in the way. Don't need it. It has got to go. I like a bit of this. The job here is to cut out the wires and start again. At the end of the day, there are connections for speakers, aerial, power, and everything else isn't needed. There we are. It works. Gus, how are you getting on with that aerial? I'm ready to go. Is it working?
It's all done. This has been an absolute nightmare to get in, because I think the hole's too small. But it's in now. It's in now. It's at a rakish angle, which is what they were. Fast. And push that up inside to there. And then this cover goes on into this groove here. For full effect, I will lower the boot. Super fast aerial.
Incredibly, after such a massive mechanical challenge, these little details are just as important when it comes to clinching a sale. With moments left of our allotted workshop time, we call the 190 finished. Well, the car was only £550. The headwork was great value at £35. The tyres were £200. And Will went for the most expensive radio he could find. And there were other spares and consumables. £995 all in.
Oh, hi.
Hello, Gus.
Shall we?
Oh, let's.
Graceful, huh?
What a lovely car.
When we first saw it, I hated this colour. I hated the bling on here. I hated how low it was. And now, I love everything about this car.
Like you, I wasn't that keen on the pale plum.
It was a big thing, wasn't it, when we bought it? It was like, oh.
We've intended to bring it up a notch, and it's come up several notches.
It's almost as if we shouldn't actually sell it to anyone. We should just keep it for ourselves.
I'm with you on that.
Where should we take it for a test drive?
I have got an idea of where we should take it for a test drive, and I think you might like it as well.
Excellent.
We get to see whether the temperature gauge behaves, which it does, and Will gets a chance to surprise.
I'm intrigued to know where we're going then.
Well, you know, I thought it was such a nice, exquisite car. It'd be nice to take it somewhere beautiful with the rolling downs of Oxfordshire.
I think it suits this car so perfectly. And this suspension rises and falls like the Downs. It's just amazing.
Well, yeah, it was awful before. When we first got this car, driving it along, the sight of a sleeping policeman was filling me with dread. Well, it can just take everything in its stride now. Makes me quite proud to be at the wheel of it.
With the car thoroughly put through its paces, we arrive at our destination. Will's friend has a beautiful, stately home, and such a beautiful, stately car deserves a moment in the grounds.
Nice place.
Yeah. Well, Gus, I believe my work is done.
You make me a cup of tea in there.
Of course I will, Gus.
I take a snap for my personal collection so I can remember the 190 like this forever. Our first auction ran out without meeting its reserve. The buy it now price has slipped to £2,000, and suddenly we have an interested party.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, liking it a lot.
Excellent.
Yeah, good, honest car. Few little rust patches, but then that was mentioned in the advert. Few sort of age-related scratches, dings and dents. The interior just pristine. It's just, you know, it's almost like it's just come out of a showroom, to be honest. So, yeah, really happy with that.
Well, how happy? Exactly
yeah.
how happy?
That's the $64 million question.
We'd settle for that, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Would you take 15 for it?
That's probably a little bit shy of what we were thinking.
Sort of, what would wrench it from your grip?
Will jumps in with the absolute minimum we can afford to take.
At £1,800, you'd be driving this car away and we'd all have smiles on our faces because, you know, we believe that this is a good, sound, solid car.
OK, yeah, no, I'm happy with 18.
Yeah? Yeah. Wicked. Nice one, Yogi.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Nice one, Yogi.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Cool.
Oh, that's
Enjoy
great.
it.
At £1,800, we're happy. We've cleared 800 quid, which at least keeps us in business. Yes, we missed the magical doubling of money, but only by a shade. And this car could have so easily have destroyed us. This one is a win.